We pledge love and loyalty to be country salo. Now here we there, here we born. We sweet salo. We not for make this country fall. Mama salo. We let we salo. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salo. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We they are, we just a try. This year don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We they are, we just a try. But this year don't come up and dry eye. We pledge we love and loyalty to be country salo. Now here we there, now here we born. We sweet salo. We not for make this country fall. Mama salo. We let we salo. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salo. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We celebrate for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country. I guess I carpets, Gaman Keraka, Gaman Koneka, Gaman Keraka, Chamucham, Gaman Honika, Kaipom, Gaman Koneka, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country. And they go and they beg, then come and shake. The people that they gen. Then Hagawa shem. They make people chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Forgive them by scripture. They make people chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Forgive them by scripture. We pledge love and loyalty to the country salo. Now here we there, now here we born. We sweet salo. We not for make this country fall. Mama salo. We let we salo. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salo. We alone. Has there no place like home? I like it, I can talk them, I like it, I can fight them.
Okay, Fambuldem, una good evening, una good afternoon, good morning, wherever una day. We don't come back today, and we dey continue from how we stopped the last broadcast, because this topic on deception, lies, and dishonesty, we want for hammer them home, because all of this it starts in the 1950s. We all dey holla say we want for see a better Sierra Leone. We all dey holla say we patriotic. We ready for see the country change. But how many of we dey go for find out the real reason why a country with so much resources, all time the people then for suffer? How much of we? Or is it that we don't agree say we are a people way doom? Why is it that other countries do not they suffer the same doom? Is God wicked to us? Honestly, some of we not go subscribe to that kind thing thought. God is not wicked to us. God he make everything that the heart. He put we in here as the most important creation we make. And he give we a part of himself, the ability for think and do it in right. But it look like we in a salon, rather than we think, we want for see don't know more the cause, with a faith, with a get joy for inflict pain on ourselves. Because we don't tune ourselves to the energies than they. Energies, what then they call low frequency energy. Wamat, cause, fear, then kind thing than they. These are all low energies where they make we're not able to achieve with potentials. Then get a saying, which so most people don't know about.
Slavatusa say, WhatsApp audio.
Then say, fear is inimical to progress as is to civilization. I go repeat them back. Fear is inimical to progress as is to civilization. I'm not going to explain what in that saying they mean right now. But along the line, I go explain what it mean, let people understand. Anybody where they live in fear, they take care of your own personal interest. A one other person can't do them for them. That's not the general thing we are going to say for now. But allow Mr. Toure, then say greet una, let's say a word or two, then we'll come back to the topic.
Amulem ina kushe boku kaboto ina all. I will say abisia wana famaminu sekenu sukuri nuto. You know, sometimes we can blame God, we blame Satan, because Satan knew they don't like pananti, Satan self not if really like self again. Because any foolish thing way Solomon do, then say, now Satan I make a do am. Or you see, in Sierra Leone, we get church goers then, and Maslasi goers there. Are they really Muslims and Christians? I don't think so. You
They
see,
are what they have been told.
Some of you, before they come, sit down, they can't talk, they do extensive research. I was so troubled where I make some small investigations. I find out for say the Quran 27 times we talk about injustices.
Yeah.
I don't see any religion where they frown against injustice reach Islam.
Exactly.
Suratul Ibrahim, Suratul Nisa. In fact, in Suratul Nisa, the only time where the Quran tell you say you can defy your parents, now where issue of injustice show up. It tell we for say for fight against injustice, now command, now a duty where every Muslim gets for stand against injustices. Well, now we look at the society, any junction, any corner, any platform, any buffer, any road you pass, injustices then just they right in front of you. And the same way, that's what the Bible talk against injustices. Jesus Christ at a time then bring a woman where they say the woman a rare girl for can stone am. Then Jesus tell them for say una always one can stone this woman. If anyone they pauna, we don't do the act where una they charge them for. The other person they first throw the first stone, they all eat the stone and they all turn back. Solomon do the same thing. Two women in the fetch over picking, they all two say na them born am. Now he say una go bring me sword come, and then go bring the sword. He said this speaker we can't cut him, make una all get half, let we get peace at this place. And now the other woman say, hey, that's what for do for cut him. The other woman say, no cut him, sir. If not for cut this speaking no more, give the woman. I say I don't say do that on the picking. We say when I give that woman that we not let the picking die, na born am. Injustices. How we go get a society where we all supposed to be stakeholder. It's so full of injustices. How we go able to get an equal society where social justice not exists? But they go Maslasi. Every day, Maslasi, they tell you about injustices, but then very politicians here, where they create the atmosphere, the environment for injustices. We they call them the kind side. The very place where they pray, we they bring the things them way that the very haram inside supposed to not for the five. The temple who not supposed to the five, we they invite them for kind inside it. I want to tell people and something today. Corruption is a disease, like a virus, like a bacterium, like a fungal infection. And any side way it did, people are not they keep well. And a parasite as well. And then politicians they are either virus, bacterium, yeast infection, some kind of parasite or fungal. And then all they create infections. And then infections they're not even give it a chance for them we will get antibiotic for heal them. So we are all waiting to die. Miserable death.
Are you waiting to die or are you dying slowly?
Well, we are dying slowly, my dear brother.
You don't wait to die. You die every day.
We are dying slowly.
You die every day of your life. Some people die enjoying life. Others die suffering through life.
Well, this don't make you bring another caveat to this whole thing. Some people they live life, some people they survive.
Well,
when they live life,
I don't think
you they do well. When they survive, that you just live by God's power. And you see, that is not how we should be living.
Well, we should be living by surviving. Let us get this clear. Life is not a will be joyful path. Life is meant to be difficult. God made us to come and face challenges and take dominion over Mother Earth. He did not make us to lay back and wait for manna. Sierra Leoneans want to live life. They don't want to survive. You see, we therefore begin face the truth about we conditions. We have been brainwashed. Let us decolonize our minds. Life is meant to be difficult. Those who face the challenges of life make progress. Not an hemisphere races, the white race. Because they may get harsh, cold conditions. They took up the attitude of survival. Every 2-3 months, they therefore change the way they think. That way they make them make progress. We will get everything nice and beautiful. We even think cow begin sing man, then holo. Now they planted today. We they sell birthright for Kokwebe because no say life in value, you don't only get them when you face challenges and solve problems. Even wealth is only created when you solve problems. It's not when you steal public money and use impunity on other people. With concepts about life, now they're all wrong, and especially so in Sierra Leone. We got to change them. If we don't change them, we are doomed forever. Because even the religion, Mr. Turewe, they talk about. You hear me? Mm-hmm. We understanding of religion as Sierra Leone is wrong. It's totally awkward. God not tell we say, can't see, don't depend on me. It say, I make you in my image and likeness. It then had the Bible, the Quran say the same thing using different hyperbole. Like Surah Al-Baqarah, they say, God say, he make man from clay, then he puts a breath of himself into him, he tell and say, take dominion over the earth. He command the angels them for bow to him. Satan say, no, they bow to this theory God don't make we can destroy this world. That was where, according to the Quran, the revolt began between God and Satan. But the question we will not ever ask, Why did God allow Satan to revolt? Because God wants duality. God wants challenge. He wants democracy. We they kill ourselves because somebody say, what in this they do not correct. We can begin understand life how we understand them all. And most times, we tend to point at the politicians. But I want us to begin to ask these questions. For most get up this platform today, you don't see any politician can cause me you.
No.
People alone can they call me, they threaten we. If not, then they send them, we don't know. You see, we really not understand the purpose of existing in this world, Mr. Toué. And I'll tell you something. The last program, I tell you, said the intellectual class of Sierra Leone is dishonest, not so?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know why I said that? I said it with a purpose. As I sit here, I understand the plight of the people of Sierra Leone. I understand some of the things for make that country a better place. But I'll tell you something. A man like me cannot have a way to contribute to Sierra Leone except what they do. So you know why?
Mm-hmm.
The other smart guys like me, then say, because the people are blind, they will take advantage for their own personal gains. This is where the dishonesty of the intellectual class there. And we get for put on to the left here. That issue of blaming politicians alone, now part of the deception where the intellectual class they create for we. Look at Sierra Leone. Civil servants, people who have worked in the public service, we get bad pay. And then get most of the valuable properties in the country. Where did they get those monies from? Corruption. Politicians come and go. These civil servants are always there. These public servants are always there. Then they ride on the back of the politicians for do thing and do, one for do, because the politicians not get the guts. They're all cowards, bloody cowards. They not get the guts for tell them, say, don't do this. Yeah, well, if we not this, we go make the people not vote for now. If we not that, we go expose this because the politicians themselves, stupid as they are, some of them went into politics very broke. That permanent secretary and this, that, make a deal with a government contractor. We even think can then take cartoon or envelope, then go to minister use, that you will be signed for that man. This night, thank you. Then they use that to blackmail some. I'm not say the politicians then clean. But I want you understand the processes because I worked in the public sector in Sierra Leone. It's a dual process. It's a multifaceted process. But all of it, the blame goes to the intellectual class. Because now the intellectuals, now then they're not the public service, now then they're not the business service, now then they're from politics. They not get that empathy. Say, let us make this place for all of us.
You know, I'm glad way you they bring them point there, come. And I'm also glad the way you don't talk for say religion is badly taught now we country. You know, we get for go back into them book there and begin to teach people them how things are. I don't do theology, but just by reading, I find out things them way contrary to what they tell us.
Mr. As long as you have the ability to read and write, you can.
Thessalonians 3:10-12. We know what he tell we? He tell we say, for even when we were with you, we gave you this rule. The one who is unwilling to walk shall not eat. But Salon, all my one for eat where they not walk.
But even in the Islamic religion, You know, they're not the Quran, but one of the hadiths of the Prophet, it make am clear say, if you dey pray, you know they work, that how they feed you now, they get the blessing of your prayer.
How about that?
That's an hyperbolic statement for
How
saying
about that?
you are not here only to work, to pray. You are here to work.
And
What they try for tell people them by saying that, don't be relaxed and dependent. Use your image and likeness to be self-reliant and independent. This is what we are not doing. And a few idiots in Sierra Leone are capitalizing on that to make profit.
and
Right.
the first book in the Bible, Genesis, there is another encounter. Genesis 2:15. The Lord took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to walk it and take care of it. So idleness has never been
It's not part of nature. God is
of
not idle.
mortal man.
God is not idle. If God be idle, he not the create we. If God be idle, he not the create nothing. If I relax, he say, well,
Well, now
what I want to
we
do.
don't create an environment distrust, environment full of lies, environment full of fakeness, where to an extent part of the fakeness now the arrogance in us, where we so busy to chase status. Everybody want title and portmanteau.
Well,
You know, where you see mortal man not able to get degree for them call
they
himself
want
doctor.
title, they want portmantle, they want
Mhm.
portfolio.
Himself they fly go now in America, I come back let them call Alhaji. So himself will get name before a name. Alhaji. Where the one that we live in America, nobody know they call it Alhaji.
Alhaji.
You know?
Well, of course, Alhaji means somebody who has gone on a voyage. Hajj, a voyage, pilgrimage. You understand?
Yeah.
So you cannot call the man in Saudi Arabia Alhaji because he is there. He didn't go on a voyage. Okay? Well, literally, yes. Again, if he left in city, Kana, Mecca, or Medina, you will say go on the voyage of Hajj. But as you rightly say, that word Alhaji not necessary. I get over 5 friends then I are of different nationality we don't go Mecca. They not ever call themselves Alhaji.
I get boku mi pari there we get PhD, I know they call them doctor. Nobody know they call them doctor.
But now you pay na first name basis.
You know? And besides them, when they're in a restaurant, they know they call them doctor. When they na bar, they know they call them doctor. The doctor no gets nothing for do with your everyday life.
Now you what you able produce now you character.
And I
What
know
you
one of the
show the
people them
world.
they feel say with the pick on them. Now that's what I see even at the church. Jesus get 12 disciples. They not call non-disciple Peter, disciple this. No, they were Peter, they were John, they were Judas, they were
Not even as when they write
Peter.
the name of the
Now then they
Bible.
call Christian them disciple Imran, evangelist this. Then they call them, how do they call them? All kind name. Because you know we get this obsession.
You
And
know why we have that obsession?
talk to me, talk to me. You know, these are the things we bring out for
These are all part of the trauma I'm talking about. When somebody don't get a conviction, say, anyhow it be, and not get for achieve what he feel safe for achieve, they go into obsessions. And part of the obsession now for begin take boku titles. Another part of the obsession now for show off. You know that na me?
no West
And
African.
I cannot just make this point, sir. And I want you to look within your communities in the UK. There are people in the UK, who are living on welfare, but then they go all out for go below snacks alone. And then they go holiday, then go make the loudest noise. The same in America, the same all over the world. Those who go on holidays to make the loudest noise. Now people are full of obsession because deep in them, there is a trauma that wants to heal. Maybe the trauma of success. You understand? Is this but I don't left and I don't care. Even yourself it's wrong. Yes, life is meant to be hard. Anybody tell you say life is meant to be easy, you don't want you better one. At 17, I miss it also they work like slave. And they nights them, they think, read and write. I am not doing it because of the money. I'm doing it because I know when those books are published, it will make a lot of difference. Those who read it will understand things they have never understood before. I am creating wealth for Sierra Leone by writing those books. Because where there is stability, where there is unity of purpose, there is wealth. You understand? Creating wealth does not mean I have to have all the money myself. Nikola Tesla, we come with all the issues for solar technology. He's dead and gone long time ago. Now this generation now they benefit from it, not so? Yep. Elon Musk don't be the richest man, not so? This is what life is. But these are the realities we don't accept in Sierra Leone. For the Sierra Leonean, everything is personal. If not to me, let it not be. If I not get this money, I not care generations yet unborn go like
that's what I'm talking about, the injustices. Because even the Bible, now 40
well, now we they create the injustice. 40 times they think.
They mention injustice. 40 verses then in the Bible about injustices. 40 verses. 40. Not to one, not to two. 40 about injustices. Injustice is a very bad thing. Any side where injustice is there, stability not a day.
Well, I want to take you through a part, a fundamental psychological part. Injustice now a product of some defect in us. What's in the defect? The people who are in control, they feel they are not adequate enough to be open and responsive to other people then. The issue of wanting to protect the self, the fear, the cowardice where they with that. Now they lead them for misuse and abuse other people. If you show off yourself, you don't get reason for abuse, you come mortal man.
Any issue of corruption, na injustice.
I want to let you understand this.
I didn't get you. I didn't support you position.
We are corrupt in Africa. Or let's say we level of corruption, because corruption is all over the world. But we level of corruption in Africa, it is sure say we are all cowards, we are weaklings, we have obsessions over things of wanting to satisfy, wanting gratification, what we feel saying our true shortcut means, and bullying each other, now they get them. You understand?
Very correct.
That's why we have been changing leaders, we have been changing governments, but it's the same old story, because it's our culture. It's our culture to be stupidly cowardice.
But where you able get now a whole society outside mortal man and live, not to animal level. You see now outside you tie cow, now they eat. You know, say where you tie cow, it gets a circumference around her. That means to say everything within you. Nobody not for go to that area there. That's mine. Now me get
that's why they talk about what's in that the word safe way they use. You get a word where you use very appropriate about what you they talk about so. Entitlement.
Yes, entitlement. Yes.
You know, say entitlement now a manifestation of cowardice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, now we left for the blame with politicians, the no more, Mr. Toure.
But the politicians.
All of us are culpable, but the most culpable people in Sierra Leone. Now we will go school and university.
Politicians.
Now we dey allow the nonsense for gone.
I keep saying this over and over. Politicians are a cross section of the society.
Yes.
If the society rots,
And they're in the minority.
obviously the politicians will be rotten.
Yeah.
You see, corruption are a chronic disease. It's not acute. Oh. It's not acute. When they say acute, now something way fresh. No. Now a process.
Corruption is part of human nature.
Now a process. And
I
that
want to
process
listen to
today,
this. Corruption is part of human nature. Now, because now part of human nature, now I make even the religious books and they create the story say, God will make Adam and Eve perfect, but then deviate. That deviation, then say now we'll get for pay by going to heaven or hell. What in and simply they try to explain to us is that by nature we are corrupt. But how do you control corruption in society? Why is it that some countries have succeeded in controlling corruption? Why can't we control it in Africa? Not only Sierra Leone. Because we still get our obsession in we, that fear. The African societies grew up with a lot of fears. Them fears, then some of them don't print by with DNA. So unconsciously we they act that way.
corruption, USA is starts now even the religion. When you say this, then go say you not free.
But this
But
religion,
the reality is, if you look at
religion,
both the Abrahamic religion, them anything when they talk about how they call them doctrine.
yeah,
What doctrines are? If you look at the
ethical
meaning of the word,
standards.
now for indoctrinate.
The doctrine, yes, now for indoctrinate. But what I'm saying, if you look at those doctrines, if they are not wrongly interpreted, these are the ethical standards which will make we move away from we obsessions. But then to religion, yeah, they misuse and abuse, we don't localize them for include components of natural corrupt behavior them.
My brother,
The Bible and the Quran, nothing wrong with them.
my brother,
Now the way they interpret are not wrong.
most thing for those religion I believe, and anything when I believe, nothing we know they see.
Yes, but the interpretation has to be correct.
It has to be correct. But
If
again,
it's not correct, then the belief is going on the wrong path.
how we go sit down, they waste with energy pass until we know they see. We they neglect the one then what they see before we.
That one I go answer you.
What
From
is
a
tangible? You brother,
I
when
will
they
answer you from a
when they call you
scientific
neighbor,
point of view, Mr. Toure.
you not busy, butter. That
I
neighbor,
come.
when you-
And normally we go in that direction. What you make another go in that direction?
uh-huh.
Even science and technology,
Mhm.
then they teach a lot of abstracts. Science, they tell you about energy, not so?
Yeah.
Have you seen energy working?
You know what they see?
Well, it's abstract. But you believe energy exists, not so?
But you see the products of the energy.
Yes, yes. Now the same thing with religion. That God when they tell you about, not to some old man we sit on some side. Now the energy of life and intellect in each of us. And it's the energy of life and intellect will control everything where they exist.
Now the Bible will tell you for say, now Exodus 20, it say you only have one God.
That's the
There
one
is no other God na the mountain,
Yes, that's the
or some
energy of
river,
intellect.
anywhere. But
Mr.
the one that
Toure.
will bring doctrine now, they say God is there in three.
Yes, because then
God the
create
Father, God the
to
Son, God the Holy
dominate
Ghost.
you.
And I want God today. Now
I
they call them doctrine.
I want you to understand this. The
I don't know if
interpretation.
you get me. What you
I get you, Mr. Toure.
Yes.
As far as religion and philosophy concerned, Are they above most things? You know why?
Mhm.
I have read it for almost all my life. I know they go church, I know they go mosque, but I believe God. Because I understand God. God does not exist as a physical form. There is only one God. The energy of intellect, creation, and order that controls everything that exists, that is God. And that energy exists in everything. It ain't in you, it ain't in me, it ain't on the plant, it ain't on the animals, it ain't on the earth. The earth, now a level of frequency, they make the earth exist.
Brother, I stand with
But the
you.
religion and politicism, it started from the days of the
And
Romans.
now you are talking. And what you talk earlier, I agree with you entirely. You see, where God make we, the instructions where he give we. Now you they talk about, so he said, go you forth and procreate. Procreation and production. But a lot of people, them, they try to tell people that for go born picking. No, not for reproduce.
Now for reproduce, not only physical things, but even intellectual or
Enterprise.
spiritual things.
Yes.
When you improve on your knowledge base, you experience growth. That's what God means by procreation. Grow and become more perfect beings.
You cultivate the soil. If you
Yes.
put 2 seeds, you get millions of seeds. From
How
that
that
one seed,
process they take place? Now the energy of intellect,
but
they
they
control
just tell me for make babies, procreation. Procreation, now a very big word. You know, if you look at the context where they use in the Bible, basically now reproduction, now for produce, now for multiply.
Simply put, just say evolve. Evolve from one state to another. Evolution, they take place all the time.
And now that make anything we get for do with matter money dynamic.
Yeah, because
You know,
energy is
it
dynamic.
change. It change. Now that's what man can come out. Oh, well, you don't say you don't support APC. Say you don't like APC. You know for the change. Oh, you don't move this, that. Who side
And that
you get
means say,
mature? And
I
the
dey
thing,
come.
brother. Who side where are they now? Who get mature politics? You read and say the politician don't do 300 and they don't do 360 degree. They call a U-turn. Because if you they make a policy, the policy not they work, you they change them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be proud. Say everybody get for die around you before you go no say the thing not they work. No, because you remember Titanic. Now be a big ship, but if you be listening to the people in the deck, Titanic not for be sink because the captain not they see under the deck, and the people that are under the deck will tell you for say, what are they inside the boat? Oh, now we anchor on side. Let people come on and do. But if you not they listen to the people that were, and this is the problem what we get in Africa. Anybody will go on top, whether the apex, what you they fail for realize the apex not a team up by himself. They get forget a base, and the base na the multitude. Now make the human pyramid it's a triangle. So when you then at the apex, you the mass people, you the mistreat people, then go come under you, then you are not apex anymore. So if you're not a captain, you dey any side. Any policy where you apply, the first people them when they notice if they work or not they work, are the people at the bottom.
If they come out, then they affect.
If you're not talking to them, you know they listen to them. Now that's making any democracy, any leader when they listen to protest, now a bad leader. And that's make all over the world, you get one profession where then they talk plenty pass out and they listen and call them lawyer. Me man, if you look at the whole world, lawyer they make the best, they make the worst leaders in the world. The most useless leader in any side of the world, they're arrogant.
Rather than the best leaders, the way you ever see.
The man just take an let you look at most of the
Let me ask you a question. I want an answer.
lawyers don't make good leaders.
Who make good leaders? Do you know?
Talk to me. That's why we're here.
Well, then you don't understand all what you don't read
Hey,
pandemic.
Papa, talk to me. It's not about me. This is about the community.
Teachers make good leaders.
Of course, Nirere,
All your prophets are teachers.
Julius Nirere.
Now left Nirere. Let's go back. Every prophet is a teacher.
How then they address Jesus Christ? Now, teacher.
Every prophet is a teacher.
Yep.
I don't care whether I preach satanism or whatever. Now, teacher, if you don't know how to teach, you don't get people to understand you. And you know why teachers make good leaders?
Well,
Because leadership is about communication.
I don't cut you what though.
It's not about action.
The people that wouldn't take care of Sierra Leone teacher, they don't get one respect.
Well, I make it under this so. Now make it this so. Any country, Mr. Ture, on a very serious note, I'm a professional teacher. Any country will not respect the value of knowledge, you know they go before.
Of course.
And teachers provide knowledge. If you don't get them satisfied to do their jobs, then they will not do their job properly. And in outside the school situation not reaching us alone now. Now the picking and the bribe teacher for pass exam. The teachers don't care anymore because society not care for them. You know what that mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that mean?
Mm-hmm.
We are producing a generation of misfits and rebels presently in Sierra Leone. We are producing a generation of misfits and future rebels.
And the biggest teachers in every community are mothers. Mothers.
They are the first teachers.
Yes. And
then other people than that will not get respect for us. Women.
The way, there's something, I think there's something, you can talk this word here. There is something faulty about we perceptions. Something really faulty.
Beliefs, with perceptions, they're all wrong.
They're faulty.
They're faulty.
Me brother, I have
you don't understand a thing. We just live like zombie.
All the good leaders in the world, lawyer and they among, lawyer and they worst. And any side where lawyer they fasting for the politics, when not they ever get stability, they just left for argue. And they left for talk about qualification past all. And
you know why lawyers they cause trouble in the country.
With West African, Sierra Leonean, Nigerian, it's not qualification. Who cares? Who cares to know? Then we talk about bread and butter issue. I don't want to know about you. You degree them. What do you degree don't do for you? Look at right now. We got we wonderful brother them, Ronald just told they tell me about this rumor where they go around, say they don't arrest one of the diplomats.
I don't want to know about
Guinea, that. In a house arrest,
I don't want to know about that. I saw it coming years ago.
Well, it is not about you. It's about we community. We have to talk about.
Well, it don't matter.
Let them expose them.
Expose them.
These are the things that we can see. They come with a talk, and people are not pay attention.
Mr. Ture, I want you to understand one thing today.
Mm-hmm.
I can be nice when there is need to be nice. But if I tell you, see this still they come, not do them, you do them, I swear to God, I don't care. That's me. I don't get sympathy for nonsense. That's why I'm not afraid to say what I believe in. Those who listen, fine. Those who don't listen, when the trouble comes, don't call me. I don't care. You don't tell who they are about problem between Guinea and Sierra Leone about drug smuggling. Recently, they grabbed Sierra Leoneans and Guinea, not so?
Yeah.
This is the second stage of the same action. So let it be.
Now, all
they do, and they tie stone panatra and Atlantic last year in Salongo do.
Exactly. Because if you're not a diplomat, you're supposed to be a role model for your country.
Now put aside sympathy.
You know,
these guys, You know, to make them they continue for misbehave in our societies. When things like this happen, it becomes an issue. You will get half people they sympathize with him, half people they condemn him. This guy can bloody hell go to hell.
He be
I don't
involved
care.
in some kind of homicide in Gambia. This fellow,
I don't care.
he be involved in some homicide.
Anyhow it be, it's his own karma. It's his karma. In this life, it's choices. What you do, you get the consequence of. It's karma.
Well, me not they use the word karma, me na ake.
Well, anyhow I call her now.
Because me na Sierra Leone, I like to use my own vocabulary as a
Well, I cannot use a low word, an Arabic word.
Well, na him we they use.
And if you ask me, I don't like the Arabs because now they first colonized.
Well, me brother,
Everything that is wrong with us today
we get
started from the 10th century.
we get a lot where we not go for leg because everything about we and around we wrong. And it's about time we say anything there where we dey talk so.
Yes.
Everything about us is wrong.
It's wrong.
And we dey try for talk for say, we need for correct this. And if we need for correct them, it get for cause pain.
Are people listening? That's the first question.
Adika, me brother, for do the correction, we get for make changes. And then changes and they go bring about pain. And people want forget the benefit, but they don't want the sacrifice. And sacrifice is painful. We have to make those sacrifices for that we achieve the things there what we want. But we want the things there. We want the glory, but we don't want the pain. And it doesn't work like that.
You see, what they call sacrifice, when you face the realities of life, you don't call them sacrifice because you know the sacrifice. You they do what you get for do for make waiting for be like be. Now choices. In life we have choices. We don't have sacrifice. Life is not a part of sympathy.
If you do something, you go achieve something. You do not.
Yes, if you don't do anything, you don't achieve anything.
Not achieve anything. And at this world here where we did so, if you're afraid criticisms, just go bury yourself and die. Because anybody when
Everything
they
you do in this life gets consequence.
anybody when they afraid is criticism, you know they achieve nothing. You know go do nothing.
Now just put on simply. Everything gets consequence. If you are a coward afraid of being criticized, all time you go and fight and cause people them, then they can nobody know they for make you talk to. That's the consequence. If you are a coward head of state, you they kill people them, one day then get for dump you then kill you.
Somebody saw you.
It no matter whose time it happen, it get for happen.
Somebody gone, you go by
You
the
get for
gun.
know that.
But we in Sierra Leone, the politician they wouldn't the cause. I not agree with cursing.
Matilda Matthews.
I not support cursing, but I understand. I feel say they deserve even more dose of that. Because you're not going to do something wrong. People and they complain. You know what for you read them. Before that they all the complain, people and they cause.
I don't know
But
if people and they see this thing.
The decisions them when they make, they cause immense pain for people then. When
I
they
don't
make very
think
bad
then they
decisions,
see
when
them
the
clearly.
decisions they want they make, millions of people and they suffer the consequences of a bad judgment. Then when they try to talk to
Mr.
about
Toure,
it, when I know what for you, even
Mr.
if possible, I'm not
Toure.
listening about that.
Mr. Toure,
Yes, sir.
the issue of overemphasizing costs now part of the deception. Okay? One, a part of the deception. Because anybody when a reasonable human being, he get for no say, for every act there is going to be a reaction. If you know they do what's right, the people then get right for react. If they not get power, like I get power for pull gun kill them, then they cause.
Of course. And Sierra Leone, it looked like was saying that the only way where people can get for redress. Because you go to court, the judge they're not better, they are lucky, they're useless, the lawyer they're foolish, and then they expect money where you're not able to afford. So people know they go there. You go sell for go hire Sasa. In those days, with people that went and poor, then you go to Sasa man, you carry cola go, you take up, he swear for you.
Now
Now they
that's how
want to.
don't turn money making.
So the only way where people they get for waiting redress now, of course, because
Yes.
the people them now the only way where you go fetch you case free at the point of delivery. Now what you cost mommy cost. So now that's
That's
the people
one.
that stick by that.
That is one. I wonder you get the psychological side of it. When you have something inside you where they burn you, you go to a psychiatrist. What in the first thing they do, they put you through a process of talking about it, not so?
Yes.
If you suppress the people not to talk, then they burn inside.
Yeah.
Then therefore vent out their vexation.
The vexatiousness.
And that vexation and they lead to the cause.
Yes.
So the solution is begin to do what is right so the people don't insult you.
Exactly. When a salon,
Begin
the
to
man
do
where
what
they
is
kill,
right.
now salon now, the man where they kill people, the man where they take them picking in future, the man where they destroy the economy, where they make people are not able for develop. They're not they condemn them, now the one where they cost them, they condemn. They're people that they cost. It's a part of the
Not
deception.
deception.
A part of the deception.
Not
The
dishonesty.
man where they wound una, they kill una, they maim una, they mess up una society, they create unequal society for the many. Una not they condemn am more.
That
The
man they go sleep with 16-year-old picking.
Yeah.
And they do what he was past mamikos.
The police were supposed for protect una, rather than they use for beat una back.
Yes.
Then una not
Why not they
forget
condemn them?
the soldier man were supposed for waiting una borders, when they take una land, and then they send for go beat una. Now Sarona,
Why
the
not they
only
condemn
place
them?
where soldier man they go arrest civilian. Now the military, now
They
a
not
country,
arresting power.
inside a country, then get their own country inside a country, then get their
No,
own lawyers,
don't
get
waste
their own
your time,
doctors,
Mr.
then get
Ture.
their own police, they call the
Mr.
military
Ture,
police.
don't waste your time explaining. By simple
Oh.
public administration etiquettes, a soldier not get arresting power except in the case where the situation is connected with state security.
Yes.
Okay? Except where if we meet person, the person all gone, he want fire for kill people them when a state security issue, he get right for using military training for overpower the person, take the gun and I arrest them.
And hand over and give police.
Yes, but for civil issues, not a soldier in business, not
Also,
police in business.
everything civil. Now
Because we are not living in a country that is civilized.
Adenia Greenwich Naya, then get a military base Naya. You know, they ever see soldier man they pass with combat. But as Salon, and I see one picture where na Nigeria, the soldier man and they beat the boy because he wear combat. Guess what? The policeman and soldier man and they wear half back. They don't even get boots. The government where you they serve not even buy boots for you. They go beat you, company, citizens, you neighbor, because he wear soldier uniform.
Yes, because we have an obsession with fear. We have an obsession with fear. Fear is part of the African makeup. We have been traumatized for 4,000 years. The African in confidence level so low that he quick for react.
You get very low self-esteem.
Now with confidence level line low. That's what they call esteem. You know they exist. That left for the blindfold we say, we not get esteem. If you put 8 million people in Sierra Leone, the one that will get esteem, they not even reach 800,000. Let me tell you this. Esteem is not what you say, it's not the clothes you wear. It's your beliefs and perceptions where they operate with the golden rule. That is, do to others as you want done unto you.
Exactly.
That's what esteem is about. It's not about your achievements and what you think you are. That's bogus.
You go take people land in hand. Then you go take soldier man can threaten the person, beat them, drape
Yeah,
them from
because
the
that's what we are, Mr. Toure. That's what we should stop being. We are animals acting as civilized people.
whose kind injustice we
I
pass.
want you to understand this point.
I get you,
We are
clear, loud and
animals.
clear.
We are animals acting as civilized people. Because you know, in a civilization, we will not understand. Civilization is not about this jacket that I have. It's not about this headphone that I have. It's not about where I'm staying. It's about my ability to coexist with other people,
Others.
whether I like them or not.
Are
Our
we
coming together as a community, a clan, or whatever is what determines our level of civilization.
are we
The
one
higher we level of civilization, the more accommodative we are, the more tolerant we are. As a matter of fact, civilized people don't hold grudges. Civilized people, when you offend them, then they look and say, "Na me come mortal man, he can make mistake." Go na go school and teach you now, merchant of Venice, to err is human, to forgive is divine. But una just cram out, una no understand.
no. You not applied.
It's an issue of telling you that we're all humans, we're capable of making mistakes. So therefore, let us be civilized to forgive each other. The divinity in us is not about God, it's about us acting together, wanting to be together, forgiving each other. But we don't have that in us. And that's what is destroying our country.
Wait till you talk so about merchants of Venice and say and say for forgive is divine. You know, you see, it's so hard for say sometimes, but we get for say. You know, we they get all kind qualifications, na Sierra Leone, but not just theory. We know the practice, and even the professions them where you do the theory, where you need for practice, engineer, they know the practice, lawyer, they know the practice. Baku we lawyer in Sierra Leone, they not do the LPC, and they not do the apprenticeship. Because when you're not a lawyer, when you come on a law school, you get for work for many years under a trained lawyer for land practice.
What if the trained lawyer corrupt?
So pray, practice very, very important in anything where you do. You get for apply them, then they call application. So anything where you learn, if you're not able to apply them, then what's the point learning it in the first place? What is the point learning?
The application is not the problem, Mr. Toure. The application is the procedure. The mental state what the person they for apply, what in they apply, now in the issue. If you meet your papa the drunk, you go be apprentice under now the drink. If you say you go ever be sober.
Brother, the kind
Now, I want to answer that question.
of expectations where we get, I don't talk this over and over, and we audience go be a me witness. I don't always talk for say with perception, the affective way we think. And the way we think
Issue.
totally they mess up with behavior.
No, not the issue. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying all throughout today.
Because when picking and they grow up, not what you they tell them and they learn from most of what they learn from now, what they see they happen around them.
Julius Maada Bio grew up in an environment of violence. So he grew up to be a violent man.
But I cannot understand a community where include we Islamic scholar then, where you talk about the intellectual, because they are intellectuals too.
Well, no.
We pastoral.
When I say intellectuals, I don't mean that go Western school no more.
They are very academic. They are intellectuals too.
We have people who have not even darkened the doors of school. They are intellectuals.
Theological knowledge. You know, for say thou shalt not kill. Now the worst sin where anybody can commit. What a man they kill, they condemn them. But they can't busy they condemn people the way they cause.
Mr. Toure.
Mortal man where they corrupt, they build 10, 15 houses where everybody there around them, then they starve. Then they begin and get kwachioko. You they drive SUVs when a 3.5 liter engine. They pollute the environment. They give them cancer. You not even busy. You know they condemn them.
Did I see picture and say they don't get other bomb on Pike Street?
You know, see,
I say
every
well, we they
now,
make progress.
every 2-3 days now, and from the you see woman they can't show breast cancer and say an abscess. You know they see them
How they see?
plastic bag there all over the place. The country is so polluted.
I will tell you something. All them cancer they come off from 3 sources. One, the type of fuel when they use in Sierra Leone is heavily leaded. 2, the overuse of toxic materials in the society where people learn no say na toxic materials.
And plastic now one of them.
Plastic, then solar cells, then solar batteries, then second-hand motor car where then border open,
And
where they
computers.
give more pollutant to the atmosphere,
Second-hand computers.
second-hand computers, even the chemicals where then girl and they use in their body, then cream, not so first-class cream. There's a lot of problem in that society because the people don't pay attention, Mr.
How
Toure.
you go put water where people and they drink inside sachets, and that sachets then are plastic. Sun rays they go panam, and the sun rays they produce cancerogens.
Have you ever heard of the process of adsorption?
Yep.
Find adsorption, ADSORPTION, what it means. Link them with the use of plastic containers. Link them with the use of plastics to drink water. Glass, that is the safest thing for use. But even the drink, the way people learn, they drink first, we buy beer, you buy them kind drink, then they na bottle they pan also.
Yes.
Coca-Cola na bottle they pan also.
Yeah.
Now most of it are in plastics, not so.
Yeah. But the water
These are the things that are killing people.
the water they drink it in a sachets and it's okay. After
And
we
in
stand
the
up
society now, what it make them worse, even quality control of produced goods not there. You know there.
and you don't know where they inside in the packets then what's in they whether they do how you call them sanitary checks, whether the place them pass or meet the
Who is
standard.
responsible for all of that?
Well,
If I may
we have
ask.
a parliament. Now parliament supposed
No,
to
not sectorize them. It's the intellectual class.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. And
Let not even say parliament. Let's say the bulk of those idiots claiming to be educated in Sierra Leone. Whether na parliamentarian, na judge, na engineer, na politician, they should sit and ask, why is it that this is happening in society? How can we correct it?
well, I know they go back there
Because that's the first role of an intellectual in any society.
and they're not going to parliament for make their legislation and they for keep the people and safe.
Because the other one, they will not the parliament, they bribe enough for passing law.
Then kind things then they and make regulations them we go keep the people and safe. All the laws they want to make at all times are for go make election laws.
Come on at the theory zone.
Now for do election law them. I know more they're interested in.
Mr. Toure,
yes, pa.
one of the things to make politicians and they gain na Sierra Leone, the Sierra Leonean too theoretical within welfare. Okay? Governments not do this, parliaments not do this. Have we asked, how do we as a people get parliament to do what we want? Have we asked that? If a society day, because boy jalo get money today, it goes salon. All they want to know now, so boys say na incorrect. Do you blame Parliament for not doing the right thing?
Well, see all man already being Jagaban. They say get money. Yeah. That is sugar ash culture. That's what I call her.
Well,
Nobody know they ask who that this person, what he stand for, waiting na a background. Because in those days, you remember when they come up from there with small society, if you want to go married woman, then they send somebody for go scout. For go know the background of the woman. Who that woman they family be? Who that born that woman they? Before ever, then go even send somebody say, one can see you people there. Now if somebody just they come out no more. They get beer, they spend money. All man I name they all over the place now.
because we
All
don't
of a sudden,
we
people
don't
like we will not get money for parade with. We no matter. We not important.
Well,
Always we don't do
maybe
that.
you have it, but that's not the way you want to spend it. Not all man want spending money that way.
But
Everybody get choice as to how they spend the money.
that
No,
is
so
fact. But the point where me they make now, yeah, it's deliberate.
there are people who have more money than Jagaban, but you know
But
they
as
them.
they see somebody, but look that boy way misbehave na parliament. They say they're not going to parliament. You parliamentarian. You Mohamed Bangura una go. When they ask her, well, maybe don't go take debts them. Again for people will money them back. So
Who do they blame?
now that you become for a parliament,
Who
you
do
become
you
for
they
Kankan serve
blame
or for
in that
Kankan make
case?
money.
Mr. Tue, what in that Thompson guy they do with Mohamed Bangura? Who do they blame?
They will not the one that we pick them.
Mr. Tue, if I was chairman of APC, then guys and they behave so. And I know say one for go the right cause. You know what now they do? They do let 12 bobo and they visit to now to Ratland and they give you a good dirty bit. It's a bit team they call column, not just so.
That's the point, but I don't want us to go that road because
Yeah, if somebody, Mr.
if
Tue, they come,
they were vetting them people, if they vet them people there, then it's not going to happen because at the end of the day, to start with,
You're quite right.
Mohamed Bangura, Komot Nasanda, how much involvement the people in Nasanda get for Pika? You they talk now about power distribution because you say that don't call us sharing. You say power distribution. So how many of it they go through the people and what the people and they participate in the distribution? Because if this man,
It just unfortunate with this document.
They forget what they call the local party committee. When are the local people then they pick for themselves, and then present them to the central office. But rather than different thing they happen. Now the central office, they send somebody saying, this we don't pick phone.
Mr.
So wrong.
Mr. Tue.
Because what's in
Mr. Tue, I want to listen to this.
Okay.
You see, talking about the problem may not help people understand why the problem is there. The essence of this topic today now for discuss how the Stevenson Constitution of 1951 affect with politics, not so?
Yeah.
This centralized power that that constitution create them. And I want to listen.
I didn't listen.
That constitution now allow we for begin practice Westminster politics, even before we get independence. So the culture of centralized impunity started before independence. After independence, we continue with them. The next thing we come into the mix. 1955, they formed this Alluvial Diamond Investigation Committee. They came out with recommendations where they try for implement them, instead of them open up, let the people then benefit from that implementation, it was centralized again. Politicians, civil servants, paramount chiefs, the way they in a mining area, now they with them family get access to the land they wouldn't say forget to people them. And what did they do? They did not have the money to do the mining, then go to Lebanese, say can sponsor we. Now the Lebanese take control with diamond. Now that they affect Sierra Leone 30 days.
What do you see?
Whether Sierra Leoneans like it or not. When a child is growing
You're right.
up,
You're right.
when a child is growing up, what he used to, if we are not correct them at that early stage, now they grow up with as an adult.
Waiting.
Even that RUF war was created by that 1951 constitution. It's just unfortunate the documents were uploaded, people are not they see them clearly. You understand?
Yeah, it will be written bigger and bold.
It's as big as possible. 16, I think that the way we upload them. Now the issue.
I'll see if I can able send them for you from also me don't waiting and me don't magnet.
Now the same document I get now, no worries. If pass a share them, I get now the same document.
Yeah, I know, but I don't do something to them where it don't get bolder and bigger.
I don't know if then they see them now better.
No, you know the.
Wait till I do some adjustment. Yeah, I think they should see it now. Yeah, it's readable now. You see, weak foundation of governance, now 1951 then create them. Manipulated political structures, the Stevenson's Constitution introduced limited representative governance but maintained significant colonial oversight. Local elites were given some power, which was often used to secure personal and group interests rather than the national unity. All with trouble and I come out. Emergence of political patronage. The Constitution created the framework that allowed elites to exploit their positions, favoring their ethnic or regional constituencies. This entrenched patronage system that undermined political consolidation, erosion of trust in institutions, lies and deceptive practices by both colonial administrators and emerging local politicians fostered distrust in the governance structures. This mistrust persisted post-independence, hindering effective nation building.
I don't send them for you bolder now.
Now, it's as readable as it is.
No, but for the people them where they see from
Yeah,
this.
then they see Mr. Tuelo move on.
Well, anyway, I don't send them. I don't send them
to
to you.
200%.
At least you can look them and see. All right.
Mr. Tuelo, it's difficult to control and talk at the same time.
It's all right. It's okay.
Before we start, all of us, what has to be distributed should be distributed.
Okay.
Number 2, Alluvial Diamonds Arrangement, exploitation and dishonesty. The arrangement surrounding diamond mining was characterized by deceptive practices, including underreporting diamond production and revenues. This deprived the nation of substantial economic benefits that could have been used for development. Elite capture. A small group of political and business elites colluded with foreign companies to monopolize diamond resources.
Mm-hmm.
This deepened economic inequality and created resentment amongst marginalized groups. Fueling conflict. The lack of transparency in managing diamond wealth laid the groundwork for grievances that fueled the Civil War 1991 to 2002. Diamonds have become a symbol of corruption and greed, undermining efforts at nation building and reconciliation. I would not go beyond this point because
it's all there. You see,
the key Now we don't talk so. And 30 days, I don't think they be in a salon.
You know what's in
And Escoma and Alpha Can then take 12.8 billion metric
God.
tons of iron ore then give it
to God,
for personal gains.
to God.
This is how rotten we are.
We make contracts for the
But don't we see on the APC do this? These guys are doing nothing. We are living on patronage. The international community is sorry for we then give pittance. Then can then build one funny road, then provide 20 million under 100 million under 400 million. Sierra Leone should be making between 10 to 15 billion dollars from our resources every year. Where is that money going to? Who owns those monies?
It just jog me memory for let I make some kind
We get for left hypocrisy in Sierra Leone.
for make some kind you know, gesticulate, you know, for make I just open up the argument. You see, the people in way fasting, then colonial people there, what they call international community, they have their interests, and their interests always are for extracts from we. This centralization, it just remind me of waiting and do now Europe in the medieval days. You know, so then we get the feudal system.
Mm-hmm.
So they can inject the feudal system by centralizing everything, put one person, make them powerful, then they pick the people them where the benefits near them.
But they meet and per we.
You know, like the feudal system, then they bring
They meet and per we.
then they go on.
We caste system na feudal system.
Yeah.
They meet and per we. And today we get them. Even though the white man don't left we are still acting as lords and how you call them serfs.
So
What's today in Sierra Leone because when you talk then they kill you.
Yeah.
Who are you to talk when you are not part of the lordship?
Constitution where the president, the elector, then all the ministers, then they pick them. If you pick somebody, you loyalty, that's what the person will pick you. Not so the people that pick you.
Mr.
People that pick you. Now,
Now
unelected people there.
Mr. Ture.
Everything is mixed up.
Mr. Ture.
Yes, ma.
All over the world, members of the executive owe their loyalty to the head who appoint them. Okay? The parliament of the country, which is the overseeing institution, when I say overseer, it's not only about audit reports, it's also about ethical standards. The parliament, which has that responsibility, then they allow themselves to be compromised. You know what they do? You know what they do? They don't know the head from the tail. They don't even know who that them be. As a parliamentarian, you are protected by the law. But you allow people to misinterpret the law. Because you get phony bigots where they pretend say they know everything. So the way they appoint Mohammed Kone, we get one bigot, have consulted my lawyers. They say he's a dada.
Elias Kane Yumkela.
You see, we have a society where the intellectuals are so dishonest. They are so dishonest.
We need to meet the criteria. You not even qualify.
Mr. Ture.
And the same thing he do back with the fella. He come back. I don't consult me lawyer then. He bamboozle. He bulldoze. They say the man for don't work 10 years. He not reach the 10 years. But my brother, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
The point at issue is, let us say it as it is.
Yeah, that's what we are trying to do here.
The intellectuals are idiotic, dishonest, and deceptive. Because what in that man go talk, there are lawyers who know he was saying crap. There are other members of society who know he was saying crap. Did they come up to challenge him? Who made him God to decide what should happen in Sierra Leone?
And if not like this country, what would they so some citizens for we don't go to court?
Yeah.
We go challenge in a court.
Yeah.
But
If even
not
they
to the
not gonna
business.
court, there would have been a press voting self in that weekday where all man go no say na nonsense they talk. Just like the nonsense what they do now. Anything connected with voting 2/3 majority, it doesn't involve those who are present. It involves all members
Every
of parliament.
member. And in fact,
People
Naya,
misinterpret things.
they whip, they get involved. Forget everybody for be available.
People and they misinterpret things. Then they say, hey, now the constitution, that's not the constitution faulty. Now the coconut where they inside with nine faulty. We are all coconut heads
I don't talk
sincerely.
the word over and over.
We
Say
left for the transfer blame.
the problem what we get is not a constitution problem. The problem what we get, let we use the constitution what we get first correctly.
Let we think correctly. Sierra Leoneans don't think we are zombies. For 8 million Sierra Leoneans, the only way they think correctly, they not reach 800,000. That's the truth we have to accept. And not to say we're stupid. It's just that we are too complacent. And but they worry myself. But look even WhatsApp. One thing I've never gone to accept on WhatsApp. Now for send voice message, now people and they understand properly. I'm not here to help people to be lazy. My passage in this art is to help humanity to make progress.
Even right now, something in the way you go talk, someone will say, hey, Pajalo talk am. They're not go look am.
Whether I lie, they lie or not true.
Whether I lie, they lie. Or whether that misinformation they give.
Yes.
We are just lazy people.
Lazy.
PhD, not gonna lie.
That's why we are what we are. We have to take responsibility. God not wicked with we. God not partial. God tell you, say, go into the earth and take dominion. We they refuse for take dominion because we want gifts. We they sell with birthrights for Kokoebe. But all time now we sabi how for talk.
And
This year, let's say Alionians keep quiet and begin think.
the
Please.
the
solutions are there.
the
But we have
parliament,
to think.
the speaker, na lawyer, the deputy, na lawyer, and inside the Boku, the members of parliament, na lawyer them. None of them not challenger. None of them not even challenger in a court.
Because that's not what they are interested in. Governance in Sierra Leone is not about national interest. It's about personal interest, Mr. Touye.
Yeah, of course.
And until we stop doing that, nothing will change.
That is
Take out Julius Madabio, bring any other person. The same old nonsense continues.
That is established. We
The
all
same
know
old nonsense.
Then they for oil them pockets.
A lot of people they out here with they pretend as if we have all the solutions, we know it all. When they put we there, now personal interest will they look for.
But Madabio, when he come, he talk for say rest down there. He can bring new direction.
But the man makes speech, but that's not
People can change. But I him up back, he talk for say the way cost of living they go and able to do nothing. You know, able to do nothing. Now any sign that the world where people are civilized, you they resign. But it's still there.
In the first place, you are not elected as head of state to do anything. You are elected as head of state to guide brains to work together and come with solutions. That attitude of say, now the power, now for say this.
Nothing wrong to start with. From the beginning.
But the dependency factor and we coconuted them. We want other person do for we sit down, relax, we eat the benefit.
The man I need to pretend.
He's the driver. The driver he work now for move the vehicle. Not for think for the engine. Now driver they run engine. Huh?
Papa.
That engine where they run. Now driver they run, huh? Nope. Is they inside the engine?
Nope.
What?
Nope. The driver just they choose the gear. The right gear. With that gear they tire, he change it, he puts another gear. When he feels to say if for brake, he puts a neutral. And now that's what they talk about now, yeah. So if you
Mr. Dauda said the 1991 Constitution was never designed to develop Sierra Leone. I beg to differ, Mr. Dowda. I will not say I know that constitution through and through, but I sat in his making, representing the Sierra Leone Teachers Union. And I know the only fault in that constitution is that Abbas Bundu, Temu Bango, and others took the draft that was given to them, preaching their lawyerhood, then take all the powers, then give to the president. The draft will make, we are the second chamber winner, then they do all the appointments with the president they do today. I not think now the constitution wrong, now we mentality wrong. And until we accept that, and I say this today, April they make me 70 years. I'm going to write a book to commemorate that will teach Sierra Leone how to govern themselves. After that, I they get 1 to 3 months. If not the same way things they go, I'll take backstage. Yeah, my last days, let me and my wife they enjoy the travel the world.
Well, the thing is, they
When I want to know lucky, when I want to know better.
They concentrate power.
Enough of this stupidity. It's not nobody concentrated power. We are doing it.
You know, well,
if because man everybody tell them
the man gets too much excessive power. Yes, but there are other things that in the constitution where they work. And
What
constitution can never be perfect.
What is power?
Constitution can never be perfect.
Mr. Ture, what
and
is
that's
power?
make they amend constitution as people and they go on. But Sierra Leone and Africa, now anybody who can they want for change the whole constitution. America, where they say the constitution is whole as America.
Now in the constitution, 1847.
They amend them. Anybody will write any constitution, it not go perfect. It not go foresee what's in the happen in the future. Lord Denham Tockham, when one of the biggest law brains in the world. But you see, quite a lot of things in our constitution, like for instance, when they talk for say, we get freedom of movement. They allow we for move. Then they
1 to 3 of the constitution.
The constitution tell we for say, we get the right for protest. Then they allow we for protest. The constitution tell we for say we get freedom of speech. Then say, if you want to talk freely, it's up to you. Talk freely, but when you talk, they're not going to guarantee you freedom. Now, Idi Amin's style. Now, the constitution say that. No, the constitution talk for say we get freedom of speech, we get freedom for us.
The other day, I heard the police commissioner, whatever I call himself.
That's what the constitution totally wrong. Now, the people that are totally wrong because they use the part of the constitution where they want, and then they overlook the other one there. But the thing is, the executive get too much power. We get for water that's down. We've done that for amend.
Mr. Ture.
Not to everything that the constitution they get for change. No. Because anybody who can't change, you get your own interest. And it can cause another problem.
Mr. Ture. The powers where the Prime Minister of England gets, now almost the same powers the executive officer get. What in we lack na Sierra Leone the moral material. The power where the Prime Minister of England get. Now the same powers them, almost the same powers we get for we head of state. Almost the same powers. The Prime Minister of England get appointment powers, not so?
Yeah.
Then they go parliament, not so?
Yeah, they go parliament and go grill up.
Yes.
On a parliamentary system we get. We get parliamentary system, we get rid of her.
Everything about appointments in that 1991 constitution and the procedure for making go parliament for verification, now the British system and American system we combine. Okay? If it is working for those people, why shouldn't it work for us? Now we ask this question. You see, even for the say now we constitution not good, that the time we say we not people that we're not capable for act properly and think properly.
Well, you know, but say we always get for give excuse for blame something.
Because we don't want to think and act properly.
Excuse, you know.
You understand?
Law not take responsibility.
We don't want to think and act properly.
If the Constitution gets a fault, then they amend the part to get fault. They
Nothing other than human being way perfect. Nothing.
once na mortal man writes Constitution, it not go be perfect.
Lawless Constitution. What is there in the human race that is perfect? Show me one thing about the human race we perfect.
As you make a new mortal man.
When? Maybe AI will be perfect over time. But what they say is, that Constitution, how they make them, yes, there are changes that were made where they put powers over one side. But nothing was changed about the supremacy of Parliament. Parliament more important than the head of state. But if you say that, Sierra Leoneans will think you are talking nonsense.
But that's what the Constitution said.
All over the world, the parliaments are the most powerful body.
But unfortunately,
one of government where they make the law. Two, now they get oversight. Oversight means now then they control the executive and the judiciary. But you know to make one parliament weak? Well, now they take temple people and go put there. A food, they all know the head from the tail.
They go put liability and invalid
them.
Now invalid and liability then pack inside.
Look at other parliaments. Now experienced people and the goodie.
The man them put liabilities and invalid.
Because the society is full of liabilities and invalids.
And then pack inside it.
The society is full of that. And until we accept that,
and some of them, I don't have one being some of them are special needs.
Anyhow, you turn them now.
When it gets normal, so much people we get foresight, people them way able for think for themselves.
Sometimes they go sit down and they misuse simple rule.
You get some people that we're so passionate now. Yeah, one grand minister, they go court. He said this if I explain them, I don't agree. Not so it's supposed to be. And so I remember where we be the guy for now England, I will be the guy for commodities now the European community. A businesswoman, black woman, he can't go to court. That's in a one of them. He can for take several waiting for make, they go make that decision there. Just a woman. But in Sierra Leone, not to me business. It not got nothing to do with me. But the decision when people are
the image of Sierra Leone does not exist in our minds, Mr. Toué. Not accurate. Hey, the way we want to make Saloni, not the make. I see Mr. Dauda, they talk there, say, let we employ renowned constitutional. We don't need renowned constitutional lawyers. We need honesty. That would therefore be dishonest. Now, you get some of the best laws we can find any style.
The of the lawyer, they make the lawyer. Now, on the lawyer way honest, lawyer way get moral standpoints, we get ethical values.
Not only the lawyer. The lawyer is one person in society. If the society is dishonest, the lawyer cannot be honest.
And also just lawyer they get for day. You get forget theologists them. That is reverend them, imam them. You get teachers them. You get people in different walks of life. Now that
every sector of society should be represented in the constitution making. Even bigger man than for the day.
Exactly. Because
that's the interest.
Well, a lot of people don't know the significance of decisions and how decisions they affect people in lives. Even we self as individuals. You make a bad decision, some decision and they follow you say you go to Ukraine.
Even we self, but could man not succeed in life because of bad decisions.
Decisions get repercussions. Decisions not just
not choices. No choice. Any choice we make, you get ready for the consequences.
And whatever you do, you know, in life, you know, they go make decision, you expect a decision in the air. No, decision get gravity. If not bad decision, they bring you kind of ground. Pop.
Mister,
They bring you to ground.
Mister,
Yes, sir.
I want to teach you something, but they refuse for land.
Papa, they say old dog not the land new tree.
Everything is mind. Everything is mental. That means everything is energy. That means everything oscillates on a specific frequency. That's God. God exists as the energy that controls everything. But God is a force that you can mold to your wish. Now I make religion say, he made man in his image and likeness and gave him free will. Not so?
Yep.
He allow you for mold the energy how you want them.
How you want, sir?
But at the same time, he tell you say, how you pray you bed na so they lay down there. Their energy way mold them bad way. Now the same frequency they come back to you.
Well, where they eat you fufu. Take say the mola. If you go mola,
Ready?
they pass you throat.
That energy way send out, now they come back to you. Now I make them say, as within, so is without.
Yeah.
As above, so is below. That's religion. That was never explained to the black race. That confusion of God being one dictator, we then go teach Africans. Now the thing we practice today.
They put fear upon we. You
Yes.
go hell, you go heaven. If you not do this, when you die, they go hell, you go Jahannama, you get one angel when they call Adikali Mount or Bakakpakpo, they get hammer, where they whap you.
Why are the Caliban for which pass you go heaven? Huh? Why for which? Why are the Caliban so they can whap mother be when they kill people?
When you go to the father, and then tell you about sin.
And they come. This sin all what they talk about. Why should God be so unfair for left people and then they do all the bad way and they do now this world and not punish them? Because we don't understand what it means. For every action, there is a reaction. For everything you do, there is a consequence. What you they do today, they come back to you.
Man, you don't notice? Whenever they teach me catechism, and they tell you about obedience. But who died you obey?
That's the colonial side of it.
Obedience.
That's the colonial side of it.
Who don't the possible?
Maybe they go school and I mean they sing for you, wash your faces and go into our classes.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes. Clean hands and faces to pay great attention to what you are told, not to what you understand.
You know, when I need to understand, Africans need to wake up. The African is still asleep mentally. And people think waking up is about acquisition of things that you don't produce. That's where we're getting it wrong. In the African perspective, development is all about having material things. Made in China, made in Russia. Oh, the Chinese are building a railway. We crap. Did we build it? Did we use our brains to build it? Are we thinking? From when China built stadium for in 1978, 30 days past China can repair them. Rebuilding, past China can repair them. Police headquarters, past China can repair them. Magbas, way close. If China not come for repair, I know they repair. The third largest sugar producing factory in Africa in the 80s. From way close. 30 days past we wait till China can repair them.
I doubt if we get scaffolded themselves in Sierra Leone.
You see, we got to begin faced with realities. Let us stop blaming and complaining. Let us ask, what can we do?
All man wants degree.
What can we do to make this thing better for us? Even the Constitution will they complain about. If we sit down and say, "Bo, not to this we bargain for." The Constitution will they complain about. Chapter 2, Section 2 tell we say sovereignty belongs to the people. That means now we get the power not to mother bill. But Manabio, they succeed for what they do because people then they say correct, other one they say wrong. So that divisive mentality, it'll keep what is wrong or what is right in place. For those that it is right, it is right. For those that it is wrong, it is wrong. So that is suffer, not the nation. I hope you get the point where they make.
Okay, you loud and clear. My brother, this is the thing. This is the whole thing.
Until we keep
And say the constitution wrong. Not only in entirety.
Are we wrong? Not a constitution, are we wrong?
Are we thinking the way we apply them, the way we use them, the way they pick and choose what would they use and what would they left, and pantap day.
And we focus about what in life mean.
Pantap day, the constitution, the very first thing we give in at the beginning, is saying now we get sovereignty. That now we then at the center.
Yeah.
Now we are the most important entity. Section 13, it talk for say, what's at the role of the citizen. Now we get for make sure say the ideals then where they then come to life. That is section 13.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about 2. So there is a lot there for us.
And that until we say now we get power. Now we get power, not to the politicians.
Not to they get power. The politicians are there to serve.
That's what the Constitution say.
Then give we.
That's what the Constitution
They
say.
owe a duty of care to we because we gave them our vested interest. We chose them to represent us. They are representatives of us. If they're not doing they're not doing things that suit our interests, we have the right to recall them. We have the right for call them if they're mentally not stable. We get the right for impeach them. We don't impeach person as a low one day.
And I get that mind.
A one whole country from where it starts.
And I get that mind. And
Now,
I even think about that.
Don't ever resign. Dr. Fona, Davison Nichols, and Solomon Jamiru.
Desmond Luke, you mean?
Yeah, no, Desmond Luke, yes. Desmond Luke, actually, Luke, it became when Papa na be the first speaker of the house.
He resigned.
He resigned because he not agree with Sheki. He stunned for be pali to all the country. Them he say in a non-aligned country.
Wait, la shape this people see because Solomon, even within our interest, he not get time for reader. Now for sit down they talk, Uda don't do this, Uda don't do that, we sabi.
The constitution, and the people like you talk like for say the constitution, the entire constitution bad. No, let them make amendments. They're not for church that constitution. Let them make amendments. And right now, the biggest danger what we get, the most untrustworthy person, when they call Mother Bio, now when they go entrust with constitution, in fact, he not get the authority.
Look,
You don't win elections.
You see? Chapter 2, Fundamental Principles of State Policy. Number subsection 3, sovereignty belongs to the people of Sierra Leone, from whom, through this constitution, through this document,
and from United Nations,
through this document, all its powers, authority, and legitimacy. And I read them back. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Sierra Leone, from whom government, through this constitution, they not say through the wish of the head of state at State House, through this constitution, derives all its powers, authority, and legitimacy.
You don't read that, don't, Papa, go there back. Something that were very important, but that's in the way you read.
This is the most important part.
No, Arikam, something that were very important. Even the heading is of great importance. That word, fundamental policy of state. Fundamental policy of
state. The chapter a heading.
Yes.
Fundamental policies of fundamental state. Principles of state policy.
Of state policies. That word, fundamental, then principle of state policy.
And look at now, the first part, they say all organs of government and all authorities and persons exercising legislative, executive, or judicial power shall conform to, observe, and apply the provisions of this chapter. So this is the most important chapter in our
It
constitution.
is. And if you see the
And
heading
this is
where they
one
get-
of the entrenched chapters where you forget 2/3 majority for change.
Yes. Look at fundamental principles of the state. Now, intel with that. That's not a fundamental principle. Now, inalienable right will not for be tampered with, not for touch up, not for touch up.
Well, do we even know what that means as people?
Well,
Do Sierra Leoneans know what that means?
because the other question where can ask, are they interested to know?
What do you know? You get interest, pana. What do you not know? You not get interest, pana. Sierra Leoneans are not interested in their welfare because they don't know who they are.
You see the
When you talk and people then go feel say na insult, not to insult.
because when you look at the heading,
In Bible where they read, they say know thyself, not to so.
Yep.
If you know who you are, not all kind of nonsense you company man they bring to you. Something that you want bring out, they tell you say tap on the, I beg. I don't need you. If we happen for meet up, it's fine.
what they tell we say, they say how you make yourself now journal so they will look you say let you
When you feel say your prosperity is derived from other people, then you not know that you be. And when you not know that you be, you not even know what you need for no for protect you. You didn't left yourself to other people then. You understand?
Yep.
But if you know that you be, you then look at what can I do to ensure that I secure myself. And security is not about how many bodyguards or guns you get. Now how you they think? How you they think? How you make you secure? All that thing and they can fail you. But how you they think now they fail you? Now they think the wait man get one word within they use for that. Go and find the meaning of the word mindfulness. Sierra Leoneans are not mindful. Mindfulness.
Waiting, Ronald, saying I agree with him until the electorate realize they are being used, nothing changes.
But that's what we have been saying throughout today.
Yep.
That's
Anyway,
what-
we come now, we they go, it don't pass 11 o'clock, it don't pass the 1 hour, 30 minutes period where we will do now. We want for tell una thank you, we participate. Mr. George Stone, Mr. Dauda, and all the one and way they watch we from their homes and not get the waiting for no
And
opportunity.
then now they show now the numbers we they see.
Yeah. So one tell una thank you and thank you for participate. This now we all business. We not for Sidom and play on concern because all the decisions they are within people that they make it they affect we all. The truth of the matter is majority of we, probably 98% of we within our people country, we are all economic migrants. Now drag we can't drag because we country not the function. And now we not dey pretend about anything there. And one way we go able for resolve them problem there. Now where we honest to we self, we true to we conscience. How many of we able to go look we self in a mirror? We look at our reflection and we say we are contented with we lives overseas. When they look we self, because when they say you are contented, not to just forget the mortgage, not to just forget a nice car, not to just forget a big bank balance. Do you feel fulfilled? That's a question where a lot of people know they ask themselves. At the end of the day, when we look at we all within a same place there, we are all economic migrants. We run away because we own society, not the work. For how long for? So you mean to say we picking them We don't pull them. We bond them now. Whether they turn this, they turn that. Then they can't bless other man country. Other country they grow. Other country they better.
And I wish I be clap who you Sierra Leone and oversee they prosper.
Yes.
Now we be clap. We know they think say, why is it that we own country we not able to do them day?
But we they fail for realize one danger where they go now we country. Foreigner then they come out now other country.
Then go prosper.
They go now we country. Not only prosper, then they prosper. Then they go married with sister, then they born picking them.
Yeah,
then a foreigner them.
Not a foreigner.
Well, are they come. We self don't can ya. We don't have people country. We are not foreigners, but we had to somewhere else. Na Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
So then picking and
they moral obligation.
They said they had, but then Lebanese with them born as waiting there. All hearts they now they support is most of them they support Hezbollah and then they sponsor Hezbollah. And that's a reality. The money they when they get they send outside and come out. And now so go sit up and local they say foreigner can be presidents now with country. We
didn't near it.
Not fight again, no.
Take that.
Not fight again. Because we all don't run, we don't come out. Just like what they happen now, so. Now England will now so. Not so Nigeria woman don't become head of conservative. Not so India man just don't be leader of don't be prime minister of this country. Not so. So that is about to happen in our country. We all run away with the carbon we picking them, then the benefits other country. We left with country vacant for other people and for go day. We gets the guts for go try for make something out of waiting they day. Then born picking and they, then picking and born they, then go be stronger than we now we own Mama land. We go there.
And what it make and worse is that most of where they born picking the outside, where they deculturize them.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. God bless you.
They don't know a thing about their culture. Now they are tell God thank you this country will offend myself. 10 times I have gone to the classroom to lecture about Sierra Leonean culture. They tell me picking me they go school. Because they want to know the kind culture we'll get in our country. And then they encourage me for teach them with culture. Then they encourage you for teach them one of the languages because we cannot teach them all. My son born here speaks Creole, he learn Timni, then he talk French, Norwegian, and English.
That's the thing about Scandinavian country, they're trilingual.
Yes.
Most of them they speak French, English, German,
French,
English, Italian, French.
And they learn all the languages then that's the school system.
They're bilingual. Some of them even trilingual.
Now the school system they encourage that.
But when we
school system
and then parents and to they encourage them, when we now we picking one talk, hey, go play English, shut up, not talk Creole now. When you they treat your language as a sub.
Well, Creole better. Who do you want not agree teaching picking team near Limba and Loco?
Well, if you look at language as primitive, then so you are. You got a case done, but you can't let you like sleep.
Thank you. They are with a big one where they listen to me. Una send this thing out, una distribute them, let people then see. We are not here to talk politics. And one thing, me not care how much people they can now. I don't make up my mind, say, I will tell people then the hard truth. There's something in us that needs to change. Then we go get good leaders. Until done the other, now bad leadership, now we're not the bad leader there. We all. Now they elect them bad leader. Now we elect them. Now we support them.
Then say the constitution bad. The constitution talk was in a 3/3 majority you need for SAC. The chief justice.
2/3 majority of all members of parliament.
And for SAC, the auditor general and the chief justice.
Then do
if the people that were supposed to make sure say for overseas say then they happen not do them. And the constitution go blame.
Chief Justice then send and leave now. We hear he say they don't they don't demote am to High Commission. And that
And the constitution go
call
believe
them.
anybody in the parliament ask question.
People then they will no say wrong, but then keep
They
quiet.
ask question. You can't
Nobody
break the
know they ask.
constitution.
Even not out of parliament, sef. People in society have a right to ask.
But section 13 of the constitution says that. It say the duty of the citizen. Me brother, maybe put them for them before we go, I don't mind. Maybe put them for them, let them see them. You know, they don't know how powerful that constitution they be. The ideals of the constitution, it is part of our responsibility. Now, make we sit down there, and the MP there, and the MP there. No, it's all of us. We all get responsibility. Because we are all citizens. The MP then are citizens too. The president are citizens. It's all our responsibility.
It's all of us. We lazy.
Section 13.
You don't want to take
Look at clear.
responsibility.
Me when I sit down there,
Look,
I get goosebumps.
every citizen shall abide by this constitution, respect its ideals and its institutions, the national flag, the national anthem, and authorities and offices established or constituted under this constitution or any other law. Cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism, so
And
that
what you say
loyalty
in
to the
13?
state shall override sectional, ethnic, tribal, and other loyalties. Protect and preserve the public property and prevent the misappropriation and squandering of funds belonging to the government, local authorities, or public corporations. Help enhance the power, prestige, and good name of the state.
Now we all responsibility.
Respect the dignity and religion of other individuals and rights and interests of
Powerful
others.
constitution. Look at Naya. It says
Within our
every
constitution.
citizen shall. When
Una
they say
Lego
shall
me.
by English language,
Una Lego me, huh?
you know,
Una Lego me.
every
Abeg.
citizen shall. That means in a must. Now
The
we all do
constitution, the first 3 chapters is clear about how to govern Sierra Leone.
now we all duty
We
for make
sit
sure
down,
that the
we
constitution
dey
work
make
for everybody.
sycophant, we dey make dishonest, we dey license our politicians. Now we, the people responsible. Now we.
Now something I mean they look for about the culture of we country. How now the government irresponsibility for waiting culture. I see that part there. Now they are go boss pan that in there, but no be ever no say they now with constitution.
It is.
Now we all responsibility. Not all MP their role, no more. MP they are citizens too. We will not forget that. The president is a citizen too. It's our all responsibility. It's everybody's responsibility. And I shall then put
Even how we for bring up we picking them, it depend the constitution.
Oh, rest in case. Daddy, have a good night, sir. Let God
I
bless
am not good. You see now, number 8.
you.
Ensure proper control and upbringing of his children and wards.
Okay.
You see? Huh?
Mhm.
You see? Huh? And this we say not good. Are we not good now, Wade? That's also coconut.
Papa will not the user. If you get something, you know the user.
Use what you don't think properly to use, Mr. Toure. Let we face this fact.
But a fact, what you dey talk not true. Not true.
Even
They go
the
make
Bible,
another- Hey, brother.
look the Quran, you see? Huh?
But the
You see,
Bible and the Quran.
I dey read all the time, but I no dey interpret am for use impunity for me company mortal man.
Then go make a new constitution.
Now the same old nonsense they
Then
go
go
on.
still complain back, say no good now for
Now
change.
the same old nonsense they go on because
No,
we
no,
dey
for
think
this one.
that way.
Now we use the one way they first. Now
Thank
we
you.
learn for user. Now we use them properly. If we use them properly, this talk here for the talk for change this constitution, it go die away. Let's use it and let's
Let me use what you get.
what we have. And
Let
what
me
you
use
know they
what you
work,
get.
what you know they work. Now we duty for now we get start debate. And if we have to amend it, they amend them.
When I we dey do na yeah, what you know they work by when I me they talk about.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know a lot of people don't like it, and I don't care, Mr. Toure. I'm not here to seek
Brother,
popularity.
if we be care, we go there now, yeah?
I don't care for seek popularity. I care for make we build a foundation for we posterity. If we on generation don't do nonsense, let we picking them and we grand picking them not can do nonsense. Let we correct her now. And the only way we go correct her now for tell we self true. We the intellectuals, we are idiots them. Now we responsible for everything we wrong in our country.
Papa, I'm not saying you're a good man. You even restrain. I could have used more adjectives.
No, me not they talk bad one.
Let tap it for you.
Thank you. Good to meet up on Friday. Do you wanna help me for share this channel? Wanna help me for like? Wanna help me for make other people and come on board? And the other thing is, let us have a conversation. It's unfortunate today we got so carried away, we're not able to put the telephone lines there up. But we are going to ensure that we get away from next term, let the telephone lines there up constantly. Other one call. Say what you have to say. Let us have a discussion. Nobody is 100% correct.
Or if you get a question on something you want to discuss,
ask a question.
We go do the research then when necessary.
If we not able to answer you, go tell you say we go find out we come. Now we can discuss them. But now try do what you get for do for make we country a better place. Una thank you, una good night.
We pledge love and loyalty to the country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. At this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We they are, we just a try. This year don't come up and dry. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We they are, we just a try. But this year don't come up and dry. We pledge we love and loyalty to the country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. And this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. And this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We salute.
For the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country. I guess I carpets, Gaman Keraka, Gaman Koneka, Gaman Keraka, Jamucham, Gaman Monica, Kaipom, Gaman Koneka, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country. And they go and they beg. Come and shake. The people that they gen. Then I go shem. They make me go to the the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Forgive them best scripture. They make me go to the the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Don't forgive them best scripture.
We pledge love and loyalty to the country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute.
We salute. As in no place like home. I like it talk and talk them, I like it talk and fight. Oh, now who go speak for the voiceless? Oh yeah. The system when they're broken is lawless. Then they use the power for oppress. Mama cry for the pikin where them put to rest. The streets they red like the sunset. Bodies that fall, but we no forget. The women them cry, them pain at the silence. Who go fight for justice in this violence? Our leaders were the love for the nation. Why you not they bring with tribulation? Them they kill with dreams with oppression. Sierra Leone,